Hello, and thank you for joining me on the Threshing Floor. My name is Rosemary, and today we are going to be delving into a story of a man named Job who suffered unimaginable affliction yet remained faithful. And one of the questions that often arise from the story of Job is whether he suffered all these afflictions because of lack of paying tithe. So did Job suffer these afflictions because he did not tithe? Stay with me and we'll be right back.
This is the Threshing Floor. I'm excited that you're able to join me today. On this channel, we teach Bible truths and by the revelation of the Holy Spirit and through research work, break age-old biblical stereotypical teachings that have left voids and unanswered questions in the lives of believers and non-believers.
So Job's affliction was not a punishment for supposed failure to tithe. In fact, the book of Job itself provides a clear picture of why Job suffered, and it can never be associated with tithing. In the opening verses of the chapter 1 of the book of Job, it could be implied that Job paid his tithe, though not expressly stated. So in the eye of the law, Job was actually a righteous man, meaning that he fulfilled all the law to the T. So why then did Job suffer all this affliction? We are going to be looking at that, but before we get there, remember that the man in the parable that Jesus told his disciples about the two men who went out to pray. And the Pharisee, it was about the Pharisee and some other person who both went out to pray. Remember the Pharisee, when he was praying, he was actually boasting about all his righteousness, how he has been able to keep the law. He says he prays 3 times in a week, thereabout, and he says that he pays his tithe, meaning, and then he considered himself righteous because he kept all the law. And in Job also, in the chapter 1 of Job, it was recorded there that Job kept all the law and he shunned evil, meaning that Job wouldn't have done anything to jeopardize his status as a righteous man. He wouldn't have done it. He made sure that he offered all the required sacrifices, both for himself and for his family. So, but we would ask, so why did Job suffer this grave affliction despite being a righteous man? The Bible also provides this answer for us in the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 6. In there, it was also recorded that dialogue occurred between God and Satan. And there, Satan challenged God that it's because you have blessed Job, that is why he's faithful to you. Because you have blessed him with so many riches, children, cattle, and anything. Job had everything that anyone could ever wish for. And Satan was alluding to the fact that it's because of these blessings that Job had remained faithful. And God said, if you feel that way, I feel different. I believe Job is faithful because he is just a righteous man. And even if you take away all those things from him, all those blessings from him, he still will remain faithful to me. So that is the challenge that actually happened between the devil and God. So after this conversation, when God has granted the devil permission to afflict Job, then Job suffered all this affliction and he lost all the things that he had before. But Job taught Christians like you and I of this generation a profound lesson that despite sufferings, despite pain and so much sufferings, in the face of anguish, that we can always remain faithful to God. Remember, even his friends, when they came to him, they were mocking him that regardless of all your sacrifices, of your faithfulness to God, you still got afflicted. And this did not even discourage Job. It further strengthened him to submit himself in prayers, seeking the face of God and knowing that he serves a faithful God and that he's going to answer him and turn around his affliction. So that is a profound message and a profound lesson for us Christians today, that regardless of the affliction we're going through at the moment, no matter what inflation is doing to us, no matter what it is, we do not have, we're living paycheck to paycheck. We are paying for sicknesses. We can't, our insurance cannot cover much and all that. But we are sure, we are certain that we serve a God who would not leave us in our despair and in our anguish. All we need to do is to ensure that we continue to submit ourselves in prayer, that we continue to trust in Him, that our hope in Him is implicit, it is total, that our faith is not shaken regardless of what we have been faced today. And like Job, our situations one day will be turned around. So now, what is tithing? Because that is what we are actually looking at here, but we just wanted to throw a bit of light into who Job really was and why he suffered that affliction. And so we're wondering, why are they tying the affliction of Job to tithing? Today there's so much conversation around Job being afflicted because he did not tithe, supposedly. But we have known now from the Bible that it could be implied that Job paid his tithe, and that was not why he even suffered the afflictions in the first place. We know why he suffered affliction was because there was a dialogue between God and the devil, and the devil challenged God regarding Job. So tithing, now let's come to the matter or to the issue of tithing. Tithing is a Christian tradition whereby you set aside 10% of your earnings for your church, for the work of God, and for the pastor sometimes who may not be engaged in any work apart from the pastoral duties. So it is now clear to us Bible students that Job did not suffer any form of affliction because of his financial practices as regarding to tithing. Rather, something else happened that the Bible clearly stated. However, I would like to know what you think about it. Leave your comments for me on the comment section. Let us have a conversation. And in the follow-up edition, we are going to be looking at what is tithe and how relevant is it in our time. As New Covenant Christians, are we required to pay tithe or not? Stay with me and I will see you soon. God bless you. Shalom.